switch it from that then. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the house. What's up? Thanks for everyone joining so far. We did a little bit of a different setup this week, so we have Dylan and Dustin from last week. Dylan is new to the podcast, so welcome.
Ladies and
we have
gentlemen,
a
we're
monitor
in the
set up,
house.
so any questions or things that you
What's
guys
up?
have for us, we're going to be able to see in real
everyone
time.
joining so far.
We did a little bit of a different setup this
conversation
week,
today.
we have
So-
Dylan and Dustin from last week.
Yeah,
Dylan is
for
new
sure.
to the podcast, so welcome.
Definitely a lot.
Ladies and
we
have a
gentlemen, we're in
monitor
the
set
house.
up. We have a couple of things that we're going to be
questions or
changing.
things that you
What's
guys
up?
have for us,
We're going to be able to see in real
everyone
time.
joining so
So
far.
we're
We're
still
still
working
working
on
on
the
ins and outs
different
of
setup
this
this
conversation
week,
today.
So next
we have
drift
Dylan
event and Dustin
when is it?
from last week.
Yeah,
Dylan
for
is
sure.
new to
Okay.
the podcast, so welcome.
Definitely a lot.
Ladies and
we
have a
gentlemen, we're in
monitor
the
set
house.
up. We have a couple of things that we're going to be
Questions or
changing.
things that you
What's
guys
up?
have for us,
We're going to be able to see everyone joining so far.
We're still working on
a different setup,
which will be
today.
There's actually two go fast.
So next
events
drift
today.
event and Dustin
When is it?
from last week.
Yeah,
Dylan
for
is
sure.
new to the
Okay.
podcast, so welcome.
Ladies and
We have a
gentlemen,
monitor set
we
up.
have
A couple of things that we're going to be changing.
What's
What's
up?
up? For us, we're going to be able to see everyone joining so far. We're still working on a different setup,
which will be
today.
there's actually two go fast.
So next
events
drift
today.
event and Dustin
When is it?
from last week.
Yeah,
Dylan is new to the
Okay.
podcast, so welcome.
Ladies and
We have a
gentlemen, we're in
monitor
the
set
house.
up. Well, I fixed that. My bad. That was really annoying. Yeah, it should be fixed. If anyone's in chat, I see someone's here responding. So
Brian's is everything.
yeah, let us know if it's fixed. That was bad. My bad.
We'll blame Austin on that one.
Yeah, you can blame me. Is that better listening, Kylie?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Cool. But yeah, for sure. October seems like it's going to be a busy drifting month. So anyone that's interested in going, when is clinic going to be though? Do we know if it's going to be in October?
I think it starts the September event.
Okay.
The second event, and there's the first clinic back.
Gotcha.
Will it hopefully be not cool, a lot cooler? At least starting to. It's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 plus outside. It's terrible outside.
I mean, I don't mind, the hotter it is, the less people drive, the more seat time I get. So it's hard to be upset about it. One big thing too that I think everyone was asking about this week was the meet getting shut down on Thursday.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I got there a little early actually, and I saw someone trying to do some donuts in their front wheel drive out there, and it wasn't working out very well for them, and they almost hit a pole and a curb and a car. Pretty much all of the above. And
Well, and it was interesting this week reading like the comments of what people have to say about it. And I agree with like a lot of people, but there were people that were like, well, we should be driving our cars and whatever, and we should be able to hoonigan in there. And it's crazy that it's like, I guess I kind of get where they're coming from, but at the same time, that's where kind of you guys, I believe, agree. It's, we have a place for drifting and we have a place for like just street,
Time and place for everything.
Exactly. So you shouldn't really be doing that shit, out in a parking lot with like people and like, dogs and stuff like that, even little
It's a
kids. And,
business, so
right.
you're not exactly there on off hours. You're there during running business hours.
Right.
Mhm.
And I think most people felt the same way. I just saw a couple that were like, well, we should be able to just ruin it. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you guys really want to do that, maybe you should probably get to the track,
I think the whole revving thing gets quite annoying myself too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it, man. Like we all know what a straight pipe BMW sounds like.
Right. True. True.
It's a dick measuring contest.
Yeah. Well, and that's the crazy thing too. Like, I'd rather be out there driving than just in a parking lot revving my car, doing like a burnout or something like that. Like, it's just not that cool, And really, that the whole Thursday event, the meet, we just go to like hang out. We all drive whatever, but we're not there to like show off. We're there just to see our car family there.
I mean, exactly too. I mean, it's a nice environment. It was nice to have something every Thursday to like kind of plan for. Like, we're gonna go out and hang out with all the buddies and stuff, and for a
Mhm.
couple people to try to do some donuts and burnouts and stuff. It's just like, come on, man.
Right. Well, and a lot of people like were saying, well, we should have like our own, like we should police it, which like, I think that everyone does a pretty good, okay job of like enforcing that. But at the end of the day, we don't own that property, at all. So we can't, like legally we can't charge entry, and then we don't have the rights to do that either. And then, you know, they're saying to kick them out or and this and that. It's like, you know, if it was our property, we would be able to do that. But because it is like a more public or not owned by us, we don't really have that ability to do that. So
Yeah.
I think overall, I mean, this is our fourth time going through this whole situation. I think it's just important to include everyone. Like, we're always going to get the shitheads regardless. And you've seen like a lot of meets. I think it's been like 2 years. I think our meet's been going for 3 years. But meets in general, like you have Envious that isn't a meet anymore. On it was like Egypt was a meet. Then you had Fit Mob and
Well, I mean,
all
especially
these
with
other places.
especially with the Egypt meet, there was a bunch of burnouts and people doing donuts in the middle of the street right there on Hampton and stuff. I was like, come on, man, you guys
Right.
are killing this stuff right here. You guys are there's time and place. You guys want to go do that? Go do the Phoenix. Go do it where you guys do the street racing and stuff like that in Mexico and stuff. So
Well, and I think that's why, you know, people are asking, well, where are all the meets at? Well, they're all done because everyone's burning them. And then no one wants to be like, and it was cool too, like some people were saying like, hey, we're picking up trash and things like that after people leave, which was nice because like that's a big deal.
see, that's a community right there.
Exactly. And that's what we should be doing. But to be, it's crazy because the people complaining that there's no meets are the same people that are doing those things, and then they're upset that there's nothing there for them to go to. So, you know, overall, I think we just need to respect kind of where we're going and then and go from there. I'll scope it. Is it down? Refresh those two. It's working, so that's streaming.
He said the YouTube one's not working.
Probably Jack's bougie internet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's working on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it sucks, and like, you know, we'll figure it out moving forward. You know, we always do as we go. It does suck, but at the end of the day, I would rather have, you know, us figure out new locations than excluding like a certain type of people or things, because that's not really, you know, what our whole idea is about, right? So
Everyone's supposed to be welcome. Everyone wants to come and hang out. You know, everything
Right.
from motorcycles to hybrids. You know.
True. It's true though. It's true. But I mean, and again, I think it's people are willing to push those boundaries with like the only meat that's really left at this point, which is PAVs, right? Like,
Right.
and
It's
but
getting bad
it's
there,
getting
too.
bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, like we go there, we're literally waiting, you know, watching people getting kicked out, and they're doing donuts or like burnouts in line, waiting to go out. And people think, oh well, you know, PAVs has been here forever. It's like, yeah, they have, but they haven't had this happen before. So just because you think you can, like it can get shut down just like everything else can, regardless of how long it's been up. So
Exactly. I mean, I've seen you know, Corvettes going after
Jeez.
palm trees.
Dude, yeah,
Mustangs
I was
smacking
there for
walls.
that. I was there for that. My photo. So I ran up. So I remember that because that guy. So from what I understand, that Corvette pretty much purchased, and then a week later was at Coors Performance getting all that work done, and then that's when he crashed it. And so like I remember literally being like almost essentially like the first person on scene after he crashed. People literally were jacking his parts off his car. Like someone
What
picked.
was,
I mean, that's like almost 7 years ago.
It's been that long now.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Holy crap!
No, it just dead froze and the lady from Wendy's switched to another camera and I think one more time.
Sorry, hopefully you can see some things now. We're testing a couple of new things, and I guess they're not going as smoothly as they could be. So,
Brian's
yeah, we
getting
just
offline.
restarted the stream, so we should be up here shortly again. Are we up now?
Yep, you're good to go.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll work through it. We're just trying to send it and kind of see where it goes. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think that everyone kind of takes for granted the meets that we had and the ones that we've had before. And now we're in this like weird spot where it's like, well, there's no meets. Well, I want to do this, and here we are. So I don't know what we're gonna do moving forward. Hopefully, we'll figure something out. But you know, keep doing what we're good at and keep making it available for everyone to go. Pretty much the idea there.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a fun time trying to find another spot because
Well-
it's so hard with everyone, you know, seeing what's on the news and stuff like that about car meets and stuff. It's just getting hard.
Well, and that's the thing too. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, we're generating money for businesses, but they don't really like that there's like hooligans doing stupid shit in there. So it's hard to like really argue at that point when no one is willing to just control their car.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, and the hard thing with the meets and things like that too is just getting like, you know, having like adequate lighting, having like enough parking spots, having enough things close by, things like that. So,
And people remembered it more as like, they're like, you want to go to, you know, the Canes meet. The Canes meet. It was always like, everyone wanted to go there. It was always the talk. Like every Wednesday, Thursday, it was like blowing up.
And you remember Lot 59 too.
Lot 59
I mean,
was
that was
huge.
awesome.
That was nice.
But ASU did not like that, and so that was super fun.
Yeah.
It was a great though. It had like a bajillion parking spots, super great lighting,
It was definitely nice.
like all covered and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know what we'll do moving forward. We'll definitely figure it out, but
Yeah, it kind of sucks. I missed Lot 59. I only got to go there 2 times before it got shut down.
oh really? Did you go to Tempe Marketplace when that was a thing?
That was pretty cool, actually.
Okay. Yeah, that was a crazy story. You know, essentially, we were given permission by the company to be there that owns like the lot and Tempe Marketplace, and then they had new management, and then like the contracts we signed and things like that. They said, "Oh, we never got those." So pretty much they just ripped them up, and then they said, "No, you're not allowed."
Dang. That's
So
crazy.
and it sucked because we tried to do it like the proper way, but it just didn't work out like that. So we'll see. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite because you have like the gas station right there. You had like Chipotle. You had all these other places that you could eat right.
There's so many
but-
places around there. You can go anywhere you wanted.
But yeah, now we're kind of locked, and I feel like, you know, those are like everyone complains like, you know, it's not east side enough, it's not west side enough, but like Tempe is pretty much in the middle.
It's pretty local, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
like it may be Scottsdale, but I mean Tempe is like legitimately like central for everyone. So it's gonna be hard to find like another Tempe meet, especially with PD being a little upset.
Yeah, they're not very happy with us.
They were a little aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. So welcome everyone that's watching. It looks like we're still trickling in a little bit. If you guys have any questions or anything, we're just kind of talking back and forth, making sure our stream is working because I guess we're having some issues. So if you guys have anything that you're thinking about, or if you have something about the meat conversation, I'd love to hear it. How's your car, Dylan?
Still kind of broken.
What car do you drive, actually? That's a great question for people that don't know.
It's a 93 Nissan 240SX.
So just like everyone else, dope.
Pretty much.
It's the Hondas at the drift scene.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
Yeah, I
much.
mean, kind of, yeah.
We got you into it, dude.
I know, right? I got tricked into it.
But I mean, I got a Lexus 1UZ in it. Darren kind of convinced me after I popped my SR. It's kind of just basic 240. I mean, at that point, coilovers.
Do you have any
arms.
angle?
Yeah, I ended up making my own angle kit for it. It's got modified knuckles, extended LCAs that are notched, Voodoo 13 tension rods, running Maxima inners on it. So I mean, it's a pretty well set up car for the most part.
When you had a car before that one, or did you have the old engine in there that you were
had
building?
my old coupe that I sold to Brianna, which is his girlfriend. But I ended up switching chassis. The car I currently am driving had a cage in it, and we ended up getting a really good deal on it. So I basically transferred everything from one car to the other. I had an S15 SR for almost a year and a half.
Wow.
So
It made 700 horsepower for about 30 seconds.
and
Did it?
boom. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
But I mean, it was a fun car for the longest time. So
Do you like the new engine better now?
it's more consistent, and I don't have to
Really?
play around with it as much, nearly as much at least.
Mm-hmm.
You
I was
definitely
replacing turbos every other fucking
Yeah,
event
that's-
pretty much.
Right.
So I mean, kind of puts a damper on your pocket.
Well, and we talked about that. We talked about that last week, right? Like the 1UZs are like becoming the new thing. You know, that's like the big deal.
And I kind of feel like that's partially Darren's fault.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's kind of the one who got like me and Stacy and Justin primarily into these motors. I mean, his car is ridiculous.